last session. Oh boy, what happened last session?
Crunchy ice.
Well, the session was named
Iris invented popsicles.
Invented popsicles. Well, despite having no guide and no map, you continued to head north. And let's see.
Got to a town.
You did get to a town, and you looked for a map there, but I don't think you really found one because it's just kind of all ice. And heard more unsettling tales of the ice wastes. Heading up north, eventually deciding, what, just might as well. You did reach the edge of the wastes, and heading into it, you realize that it's very stormy here, even if it's just practically a straight line between this and the next place. And so your vision was clouded by snow, and eventually you did realize after a little ways of walking that you were being followed, stopping to see maybe... Actually, let's see. First of all, the ring. I forgot about the ring. Can't forget about the ring. Yuki, in town, had this, cursed ring for a while now, and decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and attune to it, because I know it's cursed, but I just want to see what it does. And so you attune to it, and Yuki went unconscious, but Yuki's body did not. And so then you left and heading off. Yes, the creature that was following you was one of the strange hooligans that you had seen around, seen the heads of around, that you were told would be here. Very large and covered head to toe in very thick fur. You decided to stand your ground and fight it. While you fought, Yuki cast a spell that none of you recognized, and Yuki would want now. But it ripped this thing apart, quite literally. Pulling different threads and that were attached to it, and ripped it into very, very large and very many chunks. Continuing on your way, slightly unsettled by this, or at least those of you that weren't Yuki, slightly unsettled by this, you eventually did stop for the day, took a rest, and during that rest, actual Yuki had a nightmare where she was this horrifying thing with no normal anatomy by any means. A great big, almost symbol-like eye and a mouth with stretched skin almost webbed across. And a strange, very relatively tall, very large, single-eyed demon of sorts, made of, or at least coated heavily in this stringy threads of flesh. It looked at her and, well, Yuki woke up. I suppose Yuki went back unconscious. But actual, not actual Yuki woke up and did, watch and everything. And then, having actually prepared Remove Curse today, Naki cast it, and, well, Yuki screamed, understandably, as some of this strange string flesh, poured out of her mouth and returned to the ring. Then, ripping off the ring, throwing it into the snow, and casting Remove Curse again. Out of the ring came, well, the stringy flesh demon. With one opalescent eye. Trying to understand it at least a little bit better. You figured out that it could understand you, but it could not speak. Asked it a few questions, eventually leading to the point of, do you know where the final of the gemstones is? It said yes, and then, presuming you to follow, began to walk away from you, still facing you. You followed for a little bit, and seeing that you had followed, it began to walk off, this time not facing you, into a direction that it had pointed out as the direction in which the gemstone is. And you decided to follow. And that's where we left off. So, you're following this thing.
Mhm.
This strange, stringy flesh demon. Made of almost woven threads of muscle tissue. Certainly not the nicest thing to be staring at as you walk through the snow.
Mm.
But at least it's not dripping anything. And at least it's not orange. But namely, at least it's not. Its eye is not orange.
Yuki's just staying quiet the whole time as they walk.
Alright.
I was just kind of staring off a bit, like still walking in the direction, but staring off.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just staying close to Yuki, so.
Same. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
And
much.
Iris?
Yes, I shall ponder on the ideas of a golem that I'm creating.
Are you even paying attention to what's happening?
Maybe more to the environment,
Uh-huh.
but not to the brother and sister. More attention to the stringy friend.
Stringy friend. He's no
Like, what
longer a
is your
stringy flesh
anatomy?
demon. He's just a stringy friend.
Your friend.
I'm questioning how he functions to believe.
I mean, he has no mouth. He has an eye, but it has no pupil. Or iris, or really anything.
He doesn't have her iris, that's probably great.
You stole his iris.
It can only be
Well, continuing onward. Yeah, it just keeps walking, regardless of really what's in front of it. Not really bothered by the presence of you or snow or the fact that it's devilishly cold out. Yeah. But yes, as you walk, of course, the storm is constant. It's still no matter how far you go, no matter where you go, the storm is everywhere. Although, as you walk, you can feel the wind begin to almost unify into a certain direction. If you want to see, if you want to get maybe a better idea of what the wind's doing, roll me nature. Nature, yep. Oh boy.
I think nature's is it intelligence?
I believe so.
I don't think Yuki's focused.
15.
I don't even think she has great nature anyways.
Yeah. I don't think Yuki would care, to be honest.
Yeah, she has a
You're more
+1.
focused on just being near Nakai at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think nature is
15.
in, right?
I believe so.
Hold on. Let me look this up real quick. D&D.
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's intelligence.
Cool. Oh shit.
1d0.
Oh, I
1d0.
forgot to put it.
That
What
roll
the
a
fuck?
zero-sided die.
Oh well.
Ah,
9.
I should probably load
Well, Nikai, you can sort of tell that where you are now, you seem to be at the edge of a giant swirl of wind, almost like a hurricane.
Hmm.
And you can tell that the wind is, the way it's blowing, it is slowly curving around, like a hurricane. And you can also tell that you are pretty much walking towards the middle of it.
Hmm. Not in the center yet.
No,
Hmm.
you are walking towards the center, but you are not near. You are not. You're right on the edge, like I said, of the main miasma of wind.
Hmm.
But hey, at least you're only being battered by the wind on one side now,
That is true.
instead of
cold
all
does it
directions at
feel?
once.
How cold does it feel?
For you or for everyone else?
For me.
For you, not like frigid.
Cool.
You're not warm, but you definitely could be colder. For everyone else, you probably you don't know how much colder you could get.
Hmm. Well, yeah. I'm just gonna stay as close to everybody as I can and keep going.
All right.
I'm gonna be a little off to the side, so I mix my body heat with these guys.
So you don't lose body heat. They're just absorbing it like heat vacuum. I suppose that may if you have a heat vent and then a heat vacuum, temporal perfection. Either way, yeah. So eventually you're walking and walking and walking, and you realize you're so far north, the sun's probably not going to set, like, ever. And it's hard to tell anyways what time of day it is, what with the constant raging storm around you. But you're tired. You've been hammered on by snow and wind all day. Even if it hasn't been all day, it's been a while.
Hmm.
Is the demon still walking?
The demon is still walking, though.
How far ahead of us is it?
How far are you maintaining a distance? Because it's walking at constant pace.
Oh, okay. So,
It doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really care how far it is from you guys. As long as you're following. But in general,
Okay.
I would say the furthest away it could be at any point would probably be 30 feet
30?
Mhm.
Okay.
because of the snow and wind. It's too hard to see anything past that, really.
All right.
And also, it's a big splotch of red in snow.
Yeah.
So it's very likely you would be able to see it regardless.
So, Yuki wants to follow, okay, but given prior experience with these things, I'm going to try and catch up with it and just say, we need a break for the night.
It stops. and then turns and looks at you. And it just stands there for a little while, just kind of looking. And then it seems to just go, all right, fine.
Okay.
And
I was waiting for a nod yes, nod no.
yeah, it turns its body to like the rest of its body, not just its head, to back to the rest of the party. And it sits down.
Middle.
Yeah, just in the middle, just the middle of nowhere. It's not like there's much better places to.
When Nakai like ran up to it, kind of broke Yuki's was it like staring off?
Almost trance.
Yeah. And she would have just stuck next to Iris.
Yeah.
Like
Heart being warm.
Yeah. Would have went back as soon as our friend started sitting down and looked defeated.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just crisscross applesauce, just the middle of the field, like.
Is there like blood kind of like soaking around in the snow as it sits down?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's not melting into the snow like somebody else we know, is it?
No.
Okay.
I sure hope not.
That would be frightening, but
Yeah,
no.
yes, it would be.
You okay there, Yuki?
Yeah, fine.
Hey, your hands are fucking cold.
It's cold here.
Yeah, I'm pretty warm.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Just stick your hands in Iris's coat.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Um.
Do it down the back of the night, like, fuck you, it is cold now. Ice cube down the back of your shirt, except it's my hand.
Is the snow like? Would I be able to set up a tent, or would it be like weird?
It would be hard to.
Yeah. So she's just gonna take out the bedroll rather than just setting up a tent, and it's just like kind of looks at Nakai as like, well, I don't plan to sleep anytime soon, so I can take first watch.
Okay.
All right.
It shakes its head.
The creature?
Yes, the demon creature shakes its head. No.
You don't want me to watch.
Whatever. With his hands, he kind of gestures to sit down. And maybe get a little bit closer, but sit down.
Okay. Yuki slowly approaches and then sits down.
Yes, I'm following next to Yuki. Keep sister safe.
And Iris?
I will lay flat out and start making snow angels.
How far away?
Right next to the demon.
I mean, hey, that works for it.
I would say like 10 feet away from the demon.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you watch as out from the head of this demon, you watch almost as if I believe you've seen it happen before. The threads of flesh from this thing are being drawn out of it, and they're pulled up, and then they fan out almost like an umbrella, and you are all covered in, well, it has the same radius as Fireball, so 20 feet radius circle of just flesh strings. Light still penetrates through. Light still penetrates through, but so you can still see, but it is dim lighting, and the wind is being almost entirely blocked. And you do notice that because of all this, this creature has lost some size.
Okay.
You can start to see a kind of almost a skeletal structure beneath it, as most of its threads have been pulled out to, create this dome.
Can Yuki sense that he probably cast a spell or something? If this is
It is not a magical effect, no.
oh, okay,
You can just tell that straight away.
okay.
This
I
is
still
his biology.
I still don't understand if the creature wants me to sleep or if it's okay with me staying watch, because it said no, and I don't know what it said no to.
You can roll insight if you want.
Okay. What is my insight? A +3. 120 plus 3.
18. It's more so, it's less, no, I don't want you to stay watch, and more so, no, there's no need.
Oh, okay.
Because, he can deal with it.
Yuki's gonna move 15 feet away from, like, keeping a distance from
Yeah,
it.
the edge of the...
Yeah, and just kind of put her sleeping bag there and lay down. She's gonna be awake for a while.
Yeah, it is basically a giant tent, but made of flesh.
Yeah, this makes
Which,
her
if
more
there's
uncomfortable.
if there's anything that you want a tent to be made of, it's probably not flesh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
But,
Yuki's
I
just
mean,
gonna
hey,
stay
whatever
up.
floats your boat.
Yeah, Yuki's gonna stay awake for a while because she's
Oh.
currently kind of scared to fall asleep.
No, makes sense.
But I guess, like, she soon just passes out because exhaustion.
Exhaustion, yeah, likely.
Let's see.
The other two of you?
I want to. I don't, this creature. Yeah, the creature can't talk.
No.
Like,
it
at
can't.
all.
Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was edible.
Oh, God.
So,
Do not eat the creature.
we've got meat spaghetti on the list of foods that Iris wants to invent.
No.
Meat spaghetti. It's not spaghetti and meatballs. It's meat and spaghetti balls. Like
Dear Lord.
spaghetti meat and noodle balls.
And its eye is the ball.
Oh god. Its eye is the meatball.
I must stand up for my snow angel. Realize, shit, it's most of it's melted. What a predicament. I shall sleep.
You're gonna sleep as well?
Allow the snow to make my bed.
Yeah, just pile up the snow. This will be fine.
I should.
Iris
on
is
the
just having really bad heat flashes. And Nakai.
Well, with what happened to Yuki, I'm waiting until she falls asleep.
All right.
And then she's going to have Death Ward for 8 hours.
All right.
So basically until you wake up.
Yep. All right.
And then try and go to sleep. And then when I hear, is it edible? Just an eye open. It's like, what?
Out of character.
He was out of character.
Still funny.
Still funny.
Yeah. Are you edible?
All the funny quotes have come from Iris.
Yeah.
Iris to the fleshy demon made of fleshy flesh. Are you edible? Iris. When told to come to the boat, pressure conversion.
You know, if you think about it, when the tent comes back down, that's a different kind of pressure conversion.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more so. Yeah, I suppose it would wind pressure.
Yeah.
Wind pressure.
Yep. And I'm going to sleep too.
Yep.
Sleep, sleep.
All right. Once again, both Nakai and Yuki have dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, the content of those dreams is less important as to the notion that there are figures, same as before, in your dreams. They've become not clearer, but just a hair braver is maybe the better term. Rather than just hiding in the corners of your eye. They stay there for maybe half a second longer and then disappear once again. You still can't really tell what they are. But other than that, your nights are relatively peaceful.
Hmm.
And so, eventually you wake up. Dome is still around you. The evidently the weird demon thing also likely went to sleep, because you can tell that its eye is much less bright than it has been. It's less
Isn't-
white, less opalescent. It seems to have dimmed.
Yuki kind of just slowly sits up after having that dream. Tries to calm herself a little bit. And wraps up her bedroll, puts it away, and goes over. It's like, Nakai, time to wake up.
Mm.
Hey there, Mr. Oracle.
Weird
I,
dream.
I,
Oh, weird dream.
I want to command this fucker to speak. Speak. So, pocket oracle.
Portable oracle.
Is
Okay.
it a D20 or D100?
20.
That's yeah,
15.
15. Give me a second. I must converse with my data banks. So
Are you
oh boy. Let's see here. Oh, I know what would probably make things worse.
Oh no.
The Oracle responds and says, Eberron is not truly dead.
Oh no.
I told you it. Eberron.
Does Yuki and Nakai hear this?
Let me check.
Because I think it says it out loud.
Yeah. It would, yeah. Yeah, you would.
Yuki just turns over, is like, what did it say?
I believe Iris had to go. for a second, and so I will just repeat.
Yeah.
Eberron is not truly dead.
Kind of looks at Nakai. Isn't Eberron on our side?
I look down at the ring. Well.
Oh boy. Well, if she wasn't, then, well, quite frankly, we would not have a planet to stand on, now would we? She is the thing that's
Yeah.
imprisoned
Yeah.
Kyber, so
Yeah, I mean,
I would
it's.
presume that yes, that
I mean,
that is so.
it's still good to have confirmation. Okay.
That is fair.
Especially after the last couple of days here.
Okay, I want to try something. It's stupid. Everything I try is stupid. How far is the snow, like, to the ground? Like, how far would it be to dig up the snow to uncover
To
ground?
uncover just the ground.
Yeah.
A couple feet.
Yeah, is my like feet touching like the ground, or is it still touching snow?
It's still touching snow.
Okay.
If
She's
you're
gonna.
knee deep in it, you're still touching snow.
Yuki's gonna kind of like. She's just gonna take Nakai's shovel and use it to kind of dig up.
You better give that
the
back.
Snow. I will. Shut up. I'm testing something.
I should warn you, last time I tried digging, it turned out very badly. Just a warning.
That's your own problem.
It really did, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a warning.
So she's gonna uncover until she sees ground.
All right.
Snow.
Doesn't take terribly long with a shovel.
Yeah. Just hands it back once she's done.
Thank you.
There
And
you
she's
go.
gonna like take a moment and try to sense if there's like a slight vibration with the ground. Like, yes, again, it's stupid. Like breathing kind of
Okay,
thing.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hi.
Look,
He's
time
seeing
was
if the
very
ground is
bad.
breathing.
Yep.
So everyone is not truly dead.
Yep.
Very nice.
B.
Yeah.
Perception, I guess.
Perception.
Maybe not. No, I don't know what else would fit though. Feeling for vibrations from breathing, from the not dead corpse of a dragon goddess. What would that be? I genuinely have no clue, like what the hell that would be. So
I think perception, because you're trying to
just
sense.
perception. Yeah, might as well just do perception.
12.
12. You cannot feel anything.
Right, so that crosses off my theory that we're able to feel the breathing of this not dead goddess. She like climbs out of the hole a little bit that she's just in.
Yeah.
Here, let me help you out.
Like 3 foot hole.
Yeah. Thank you.
Every guy at the beach ever.
I say that we continue following that.
Just pointing at the demon.
Yeah.
Which its eye is still dimmed.
Looks at Nakai. Wait. You had a dream
Weird dream.
about
Shadow people?
I had the same thing.
All right, hearing that, I start setting up a ritual. I
Oh,
just sit right
Oh,
down,
boy.
right where I'm standing.
how
Which
how
ritual
long?
you casting?
Divination.
Divination. Okay.
Until it gets to the 9-minute mark, Yuki's gonna look at Iris. It's like, can you see if you can wake up a new guide?
Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna walk over to him, over to the string demon, and I'm gonna tap his shoulder.
Minus.
You see the eye brighten,
Nope. Nope.
and its head turns to you.
Good morning, Stringy.
30.
God. So we had Bubbles, and now we have Stringy.
Yes.
You know, if it's because you know your strings. Bubbles, you know, because Bubbles is a giant. I don't
Was
know.
it
Fat
Bubbles or
trick.
Sprinkles that Iris named it?
Echo made it.
Yeah.
Echo named it Sprinkles. I named it Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
That's what it was. All right. Well, at the 10-minute mark, Nikai, what do you ask?
Okay. Are we heading towards the source of these dreams? Specifically, the people. The
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Just straight up no.
Okay. Okay. Somewhat comforting. Somewhat.
Somewhat?
Somewhat.
Is it?
Somewhat. At least that's not another thing she's throwing at us, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. So, after that, get up. Just look right at Yuki. It's not her. Thankfully. Uh, at least,
That clears my mind a little bit.
at least, not directly.
Mm.
We're not heading towards whatever the stream is, at least yet. So,
That's good.
I hope.
Time to eat a ration.
I just fear what we will soon be able to see.
Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be more difficult than either of us realize, I think.
Right. Well, I think we should continue on our journey until we get and reach our goal and destination.
Mm-hmm. Hey, West, I got a question for you.
Huh?
How long ago did we get Tug?
A while ago.
I mean, like, weeks, months.
Weeks, months. Almost a month now. Maybe
Okay.
3 weeks. 3 weeks, maybe.
I still have apples in a bag of holding.
You do.
I'm gonna see what one looks like. Try to pull it out.
Well, a bag of holding has no air in it, so it's not oxidized, and nothing can survive in it because it has no air. And no light, and so the apple is fine. It's lukewarm, or was when you first pulled it out. It's not lukewarm anymore.
Perfect.
But yeah,
I'll take 3 of them out and toss one to each of us.
Yuki was just gonna take it out of your hand, just seeing it.
Yep.
This is like, thank
mine.
you.
Yep.
Just mine.
Or Iris is probably gonna hit the floor. She's like eating like a oat bar or something. She's like,
I would like to think by bar you mean
a
literally
granola
just.
bar.
No, I would like to think it's literally just like an iron girder or something. Like that's what they were there for. Delicious meal.
Yes.
No, okay. All right, you guys have some apples.
Mm-hmm.
The demon's flesh tent. That's a really weird sentence.
Yeah.
Is still surrounding you. You get the feeling that it will be until you tell it to stop.
You can probably put yourself back together now.
All right. It nods, and you see as the the fleshy tendril thread things get pulled back into him, and once again his mass returns to him.
Never gonna get used to
And
that.
he gets up and turns into the direction. You guys have no way of telling what direction it is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts walking.
Yep, following along.
Yep.
All right. Well, you continue. And that wind vortex thing, you can tell you're getting closer to the center of it. Quite a bit closer to the center of it. As you walk further and further into this strange storm, the winds and the temperatures get somehow more and more extreme. And you find yourselves stumbling from being slammed by walls of wind every once in a while. And it's almost as if icicles are growing from your noses. If there was any moisture left on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
But at least the demon presses on. And you also notice that no frost seems to be forming on it at all. No ice, nothing. Not even snow catching on its being.
Just like Iris.
Well, yeah. Except with Iris, it's hitting her and melting.
West.
Mhm.
Would the wind be too strong to say if I turn into a bird, will the wind carry me and bash me over?
You would get tossed around
Okay.
like a leaf in a hurricane.
Remember the
Even-
snake,
even
bat,
with-
and gust? Yeah.
Even even with a giant like eagle or owl, I'll still get
Yep.
bashed.
Yep.
Okay.
In fact, it might actually be worse because of the increased wingspan. The wings are so much bigger. There's so much more wind to catch. So
Okay, just wondering.
yeah, probably not a great idea. Either way.
Maybe if I turn into a mammoth would help. Because I won't get bashed around because I will be
Yeah.
too heavy.
You'll also certainly be warmer.
Yeah.
Because hair.
Okay, with polymorph, do I have to see the animals
I
same as a druid?
would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
I
have
don't
to
think-
have seen, and I don't think you've seen a mammoth.
Mm-mm.
You've seen a wooligan.
Can I turn into a wooligan?
It's about the size of a mammoth, but you know.
Am
gotta
I
look up
am
the-
I able to?
I gotta look up the rules of.
Alright, I'm back.
I'm
Okay.
trying to turn into a creature and have you guys hop on. so we're not trudging.
For polymorph, any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's level.
I'm level 8.
8. Yes, you can.
Okay. Looks at Nakai and Iris is just like, okay, this might help us get less bashed around by the wind and would help us from trudging into the snow. And she's gonna cast polymorph on herself and turn herself into a wooligan
Oh
and
boy.
hunker down so they can hop on.
Also camouflage.
Yes.
All
And
right.
can I cast it twice? Because it is expending a spell slot. Or let me see.
For Sculptor of Flesh.
You can cast polymorph for once using. Oh, once. Never mind.
Once. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wooligan. And have them hop on and start trudging through.
Yep.
All right. Well, certainly very quickly, the fur of Yuki's now Wooligan form becomes caked in snow. But despite that, now you can understand a little bit better about why it has so much fur and why it didn't seem to mind having that fur caked in snow. It acts almost like a shield to the wind and the cold, providing a little extra layer of insulation. Despite the fact that the outer layer is ice. Igloo theory. It's still better than being out in the middle of the wind.
For an hour, so I can be this for an hour.
The demon seems a little bit confused at first, but then it's like, all right, fine.
one is missing, so.
Yeah, I kind of figure.
Yeah.
And so he continues onward. He does pick up the pace just a little bit, and you're still easy to. You still easily keep up with him, Yuki. And so, yeah, you guys continue onward. And eventually, you come to a point. It's been maybe 45 minutes. So you've still got 15 minutes on your polymorph. And you reach almost a wall of wind and snow. So torrential that you can't see anything past it. And the demon doesn't seem to mind as it just walks straight through it and disappears on the other side.
I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. Okay. With the Wooligan form, it does have a trunk, correct?
It does not have a trunk.
Does it? Oh.
It does not, no. That's one of the main things that sets aside from woolly mammoths is that it does not have a trunk.
It has tusks.
Yes, it has tusks.
Are they long enough to probably hit the wall first before I do?
Well, yeah. they would breach the wall first. It's less of a matter of like walking through it as much as what would happen to you if you walked through it. Because you can tell that it is to a point where if you go through that, you will likely be frozen solid. even as a Wooligan, you would likely be frozen solid.
Yeah, and
you may
I
not
want
die,
to,
but you know.
Yeah, I
It
want
would be
to
a brick.
I want to put like the tip of the tusk
Hmm.
into the wind and pull out to see basically how strong it is. So if we go through it, it might like just bash us and we just fall over and get stuck into a whirl. And if pulling it out, if there's just complete like ice, like frozen onto the tusks.
All right. You stick one of your tusks into this well torrent of wind and snow, and just upon putting it in, you feel the force on just that little part of you pushing your head to the side as if you're being like, well, as if someone had grabbed your tusk and was pulling it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do I see the head moving? A little bit.
Yes, I'm assuming so.
As soon as I see that, I'm putting my hand on Yuki's head and casting resistance.
Okay.
So, +4 to a D4 to saving throws.
Okay.
Just in case.
Just in case. Yeah. Strength saving throw.
Seeing the
So,
tusk
which-
as it kind of yanks me out of the thing, is
Um,
it completely iced?
It is iced. Yes, absolutely. To the point where, and it's so coated that the icicles on it are sideways. Like,
Nice. He's gonna lean down for them to get off.
Most interesting.
Mm,
and
they do get off.
it's also very loud.
Mhm. When they do get off, she's gonna transfer back and kind of look over at them. It's like, well, we can't go through that. I don't think I have anything that could help us go through. I mean, okay. I have blink, but I draw in continues. And if someone hits me, I have Misty Step as well. But again, I don't know how far it goes into.
Slap.
Yeah.
And I think Blink, you can't really control the direction you go to.
I don't know.
You roll a d20 at the end of each of your turns for a duration of the spell. On a roll of 11 or higher, you vanish.
I'm
Appear.
gonna start casting spells.
Okay.
I'm gonna first cast Protection from Energy and choose Cold.
All right.
And I'm then gonna cast Freedom of Movement. I'm going to walk in.
Okay.
Oh my god.
um.
Can I
so,
stop her before she walks in?
You can try.
Wait. What are you doing?
Well, I'm pretty hot. Not in that connotation, but in the right connotation. So I just casted 2 nifty spells. One that doesn't impair my movement, or nothing can impair my movement, and the other one, I guess. And she puts up her fingers for air quotes. How can I say this? Like, less cold affected.
Hold on. Looks over at Nakai. Do you have anything else to put onto her?
Let's see here.
Do you want me to tie a rope to you, or are you fine?
Oh, well, that would kind of, sure. As long as I don't actively try to escape.
Okay.
I'm
She's
going
gonna
to.
tie a rope. There's no trees around, are there? There's
Nope,
no rocks.
absolutely
No
not.
rocks.
There's
Nope.
just a
Flat
wasteland.
land.
It's snow. Nothing but snow.
Oh, well,
Nice.
it's only
Okay.
going to be tied to her arm.
So, if I magically boost your AC, will that mess up your shield spell?
No,
No? Okay.
shouldn't.
Okay, so might as well. Shield of Faith. +2 to AC.
Yeah, so Yuki's gonna hold the rope, but if it pots and it feels like it's pulling her or burning her hands as rope burn, she's gonna let go because she's not getting dragged into that.
It's moments like these in which you wish you had taken cold resistance instead of fire resistance.
Yeah.
Tiefling.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Hmm.
that will come into handy.
And I might as well throw resistance on her too while I'm at it.
All right. So advantage on saving throws.
No, just a D4.
Oh, okay.
It's-
Additional D4.
Yeah, it's the cantrip. Yeah.
Hmm.
So.
Right.
One more thing before she goes. I have message.
Okay.
Not saying this in character.
Okay.
So
Point your finger toward a creature within range. You don't have to see him.
okay, yeah, cool. Okay, so I can
Yeah,
cast
just
message.
as you point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. Your
Okay,
target on only target. Here's a message. Be aware. I made this distinction before. It is
wait a second.
not telepathy, and so it is a sound that is just projected to their ears, meaning that other sounds can still drown it out. So just keep that in mind. And it is very loud. The wind is very loud.
Yeah. Well, it's a cantrip, so I can give it a shot. At
That's
least.
true. That is true. Yes. It's not like you're sacrificing one of your only warlock spell slots.
Yeah. I only have one more.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, yeah. This gives Iris a thumbs up, holding the rope.
One thing before this though.
Preparing all of this.
No. Slight hiccup. Would you rather have the AC or the resistance?
Oh yeah.
I'd rather have a res.
Resistance? Okay.
Are both of them concentration?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Understandable.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yep. All right. Well, Iris, are you heading in?
All right, I'm gonna look at him. Hand test, and I'll put my hand in the. hand
Oh
in.
boy.
Which hand?
Constitution. Actually, yeah, that's a good question. Which hand?
Metal.
Still Constitution saving throw.
Get a D4.
Does the metal one have the rope on it, or is it the other hand?
It's the fleshy one with the rope on it.
The fleshy one.
Oh no.
Have
9.
advantage?
You have a D4. Additional D4.
Oh, a D4.
2,
Yeah.
So 11. 11.
Huh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm
And
also hanging onto the
resistance.
rope too, so
And you have resistance to
Cold.
cold. All right.
Not force. No.
You you take 6 cold damage.
Huh. That's not good.
It's very cold.
Hmm.
This is where Iris dies if she continues on.
Hand test.
well,
Is-
Iris wanted to cool off.
is
You
the
really
wind,
provided
like-
here, West.
When Iris' hand like hits into the wall of snow, is it like how like you put your hand through water and it's like breaking?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm gonna look back. It's like, all right, so I guess there might be a minor hiccup. I'm not hot enough. So yeah, and I'm gonna cast Fast Life.
And just jump in. No.
No. Cool, 7. So I get 7 HP back as temp.
Yeah. Temporary. Better than nothing.
So it's not the best idea, but I hope our demon friend's doing pretty alright.
He walked in no problem.
Mm-hmm.
and did not even seem to flinch. So you can probably surmise that he is probably fine.
Huh.
You know,
Does anyone
interesting.
here have a shield?
A magical one.
What is that laugh, Nakai? Or
I don't think so.
Why do you want my shield?
again, a stupid idea.
Holding tighter on the shield at this point.
Okay, so Iris put her hand in and the wind broke together
Uh-huh.
as it walking through.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if we hold the shield out to its side where the wind is going, then we can make ourselves a pathway through.
Okay. Now, you do realize this shield is not the entire length of our bodies. What happens to the parts that aren't being covered by this?
Crouch.
And apart from that, we also had to be a certain, like, due to the theory of aerodynamics,
Oh, here we go.
How long is the shield? Like, if we crouch down, would it cover our whole body or no?
What style of shield is it?
It's just a common shield. So,
Well, I mean,
made
there are common
from
tower shields and common circle shields and common
I'm assuming it's a circle shield.
yeah,
circle shield.
yeah.
In which case, it would not cover much of you. It would
No.
cover your torsos, but it would
Yeah.
not cover the entirety of you, even if you crouched.
Yeah.
This is why we need to have.
Have to carry your tower shield at all times.
Well, I do have a suggestion.
What is your suggestion?
Yes. What is it?
Yuki, you won't like this, but you said you have message, right?
Yes.
Can you send a message to the demon guide?
I can certainly try.
Just
And
say we can't
she's-
make it through.
Okay. She's gonna point in the direction of where the demon was still kind of walking, where they saw him.
Alright.
And it's just like, we cannot make it through to you. We're trying to figure out how, but we have nothing. And if we go through, we will probably die because of the wall.
All right.
I'm assuming nothing comes back.
You do get a response.
Oh no.
You cannot understand it though. It seems to be spoken in a series of raspy whispers,
No language.
but no. I know you don't know this
Yeah.
language. So,
Looks at Nakai. Well, talk to me. But I have no idea what it said.
That sounds great.
Well, possibly it's coming back and...
Maybe, or maybe it can find the gem without us and bring it back.
It seemed like it wanted us to find it. I don't know why,
Maybe,
but...
well, maybe it has its way of helping us through this.
Maybe.
Do have
well, oh, keep going.
I would like to know what this creature serves under though. Because we have dealt with a lot of creatures that had ties to her and one that pulls the strings. Well, I don't think we've ever encountered someone that is a minion to him. Have we?
No clue.
Not I don't think
Well,
directly.
Kyber was a minion, kind of. I'm not saying I didn't say her name.
I know. I know.
I didn't do the
In
accent.
in a sense, Kyber kind of was, yes.
Yes. Okay.
But
So we only have 3 main targets. The third one doesn't really count, but the one that pulls the strings, her, and what was the third one? The symbol we found. What was that one's name?
was it the mockery?
Yeah,
Oh
Mockery.
yeah, that one. Yeah, Muck.
So a guide could be following under one of those 3s. I don't know if there's any more that we have dealt with. I think those are the main 3 we heard about that could be badly following if this is their minion.
Hmm.
Definitely would be bad if this is a minion of hers.
True.
Then again, why would the minion take us to her crystal knowing that we want to get rid of it?
Trap.
That is true. That is very true. Guess we sit here and wait to see if he returns.
Well, you sit there and wait for a little bit. And then you see, not really emerging from this wall of wind, but more so, well, quite frankly, blocking it. A
Umbrella.
a perpendicular wall,
Okay.
and seems to once it reaches you, you can actually it blocks it and well enough that you can see down maybe 30, 40, 50 feet in, and you see this demon, or well, the skeleton of this demon
No.
standing there. And you see this wall that it has projected out of its own flesh for you is taking up nearly everything it has. And as it looks at you, you see its eye flicker.
Yuki looks Yuki looks at Nakai and kind of gestures forward. It's like, well, Yuki's first.
The only guy in the party.
After I gave you an apple too. I'm just running in.
Hey, hey, you're the cleric.
Well, yeah, that's right. Send the healer in first. That's right.
Yeah. Send the tank in first. I'm gonna start walking in.
It's no, I'm supposed to be in the middle.
Oh yeah, you can be in the middle.
Nakai is running in.
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Yuki follows.
Yep.
Well, the last one of you, whoever would be, what, Iris?
Yeah.
Who wants to go in the middle?
You can see the wall retract, following you. So it's still a good 3-4 feet behind you, so you don't really have to worry. But yes, it does retract while while you walk or run or whatever.
Can I wanted to roll insight to understand what the flicking meant with the eye.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll insight.
He
I
angry.
think my insight.
He angry.
22.
22. This is really hard for him to do. He's not just, extending himself, which takes a lot of energy and literally him. It's also like he is constantly being battered on every single angle by
Yeah.
this wind, except
All right.
the only thing that's not is his skeletal structure and his eye.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Picking up pace, kind of like making sure he doesn't stay like this.
Yeah, and his
for a
eye
long
is
while.
continuing to flicker.
Mhm.
And it's only about 50 feet. I say only about 50 feet. You can guarantee that it would have killed you if you had done this just walking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
How far does Misty Step take me? I think 30.
30.
30. You
Ooh.
yeah. Well, you reach the demon, and you can tell that over time the flickering has slowed down and eventually stopped, and his mass is eventually, as he pulls the wall back into himself, he begins to, cover himself once again in his own flesh. And you get to the inside of this place, and you look around, and it is not snowy. It's, I suppose, not sunny, but the only sign of snow is the wall of wind and ice that is around you.
Is it freezing?
No. In fact, you are quite warm.
Fuck,
How
take
about
me
we stay
back.
here? How about we stay here for a while?
Where's the snow?
Take-
The only thing that's a bit odd about this whole situation
Oh boy.
Mhm.
is the pillar in the middle.
Is it a giant one?
It is rather large, yes, in the sense that it is very tall.
Oh.
You see that it seems to be, well, no, it is actually quite large. You see as how do I describe it? All right. Well, you look at this tower, and you see these branching arms almost reaching up from the ground, and they do actually it's all made of stone, carved stone. They do have hands carved on top, holding a very large disc, it seems, a platform of type of some sort that's easily 100 feet across, 100 feet in diameter. You cannot tell what's on top of that disc. It is too tall even from this perspective. The arms themselves are, despite the fact that they have hands on them, they seem to be curved, almost like they have no bone. But once again, it is stone, and you can tell that it has stairs up it, and that is likely what it was designed for. And this whole structure looks ancient, to the point where, despite what it's surrounded by, things have begun to grow even in this hellscape of ice. And it seems to be both crumbling, but also, in a sense, indomitable. And it is easily 100 feet tall, with, several stories worth of flights of stairs along these arms.
Looks at Akai is like, well, do you have fly prepared?
No, I don't even know that spell.
Dang. Looks at Iris. Do you know that spell?
Fly. I can fly us up there, turning into an animal.
Well, yes, that would make it easier, since you can do that, and I can't because I already did that for... Wait. Yes, no, I can't.
Nope, cannot.
I forgot. I thought it was yesterday, not today, but I remembered.
That was Snowball. Beginning of Snowball.
Yep.
It means that's what you want.
What kind of plant life is growing here?
Moss mostly.
Mm.
Very small things that have probably taken a really long time to grow.
Nothing, no like rare like plants or anything.
No,
Something you
no.
wouldn't.
Roll nature.
Okay, my nature is a +1.
Oh boy, better than -1.
Kai, do you have guidance?
Sure, why not?
Thank you. That is helpful.
I'm glad I prepared both
19.
today.
19. 19. Well, you have never seen this kind of moss before. This kind of anything that's growing here before.
Mhm.
So evidently it is likely very rare, and to the point of this might be so rare to the point of everywhere else it is extinct. Except here. That's how old this place is.
Yeah, let's see something.
It has some light medicinal properties, but nothing like a Thelis.
Are there no trees? Or is there
No
trees?
trees. No trees.
Trees. Does anyone have a like a stick or something so I can see if this won't harm us?
Yeah, sure. I'm open my box and give her a piece of wood.
Okay.
Alright.
She takes it and kind of like lightly pokes at the moss.
Pokes at the moss. It doesn't move.
You
It doesn't
always
do
gotta
anything.
make sure.
I know. It would have been weird if I said it jiggled, but no.
Jiggle, jiggle,
It
jiggle.
it
Is
it
there a
just
lot
sits
here?
there. There's a fair amount, yeah.
Does anyone have a container?
Shit.
Let me see here.
Something to at least put this in so we can, not a lot, but just a few. It can probably be worth a lot to someone. Someone that is very interested in plants.
I mean, I don't really have much.
It's to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yep.
gotta go.
Mhm.
So, we will take a short break.
Yes.
We will be back in half an hour, 45 minutes or so. Just a short little intermission, and then
Yep.
we shall return. So,
All right.
see you guys in a bit.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. Let's see. Just the comics. All right. So, let's see here. We had just finished as you had entered a, well, swirling vortex of snow and found a strange, almost monument in the middle with some moss growing, and you poked the moss and asked if anyone had something to store it in. Does anyone have anything to store it in?
A flask.
Yes, I actually do. Yeah.
Gonna take it.
Yeah.
Gonna take it, and I think she has a dagger she can use.
Probably. I do
Let me-
believe that Yuki has a dagger.
I don't know if it
Yeah,
says.
she has 2 of them. She's gonna kind of like
Oh.
scoop it up. Basically, what you see in Monster Hunter when it like takes the knife and like,
Yeah, the scrape.
yeah,
The scrape off, scrape into vial.
yeah, puts it in there.
All right.
And does it react to anything, or is it just chilling?
You scrape it off, and well, considering it's a plant, it doesn't like scream or anything. you scrape it, and it you know.
Okay. Put it in the
scraped.
flask. I'll put like as much as like halfway full.
All right.
Just
Yeah.
so you know, it's one of the flasks from the holy water I had. It's about that
All
big.
right.
So,
Holy water moss.
well, it's an
Um,
empty
Holy moss.
flask now, but
Yeah.
yes.
Holy moss.
Holy moss. Um, she's gonna put it in the bag of holding.
I can just imagine there's still some like residual holy water in there. And so it just like sucks it up and you pull it out and you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? And this moss has just grown out of the flask and you just see a little halo around like what is this? Like
Not around the moss or the entire flask.
the the moss. The moss that's sticking out of the flask.
Yeah. Takes that, puts it in the bag of holding, and looks at Iris. Is like, well, do you want to turn to Big Bird so we can go up there?
Did we
I
want
mean there is
to?
a staircase.
Did we
No.
want? Did we want to see if there's any special writing around here, or just straight up?
Oh well, yeah, we can go and check that. That would be important. I can read something that we can't normally do that.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for writing.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy, is there writing?
Is there?
There is writing.
Hey,
A
where?
lot of it. It's everywhere.
Okay. He's just gonna see if she can find the start.
Well, perception? Actually, perception. Just perception.
Dang it.
Just perception. Yeah. Yes. Investigation. Yes.
It's just one more. I have a +4
Just-
and a plus.
I mean, either way, honestly, it does work. So
13.
13. It takes you a little while, but you do eventually find what you can best presume as the start. And you start reading it. And, well, it seems to be a recounting of events. A description of not really a battle, but maybe most of it you already have either learned or can guess. It is telling the story of Kyber's betrayal. It doesn't seem like there was much of a reason for it other than Kyber just deciding to do it one day. And the details are hazy, but the general idea is there. Kyber, very clearly, struck first at Sybaris, an easy target, so to speak. His gentle nature would lead him to be weak, and that proved to be true. Eberron, maybe not so much. Eberron proved maybe not too much for Kyber, but at least her equal. But Eberron knew that this was only going to be temporary, and that she couldn't kill Kyber. And so she was imprisoned by Eberron's own body. And the imprisonment was sealed by the last remaining strength of Sybaris. Kyber's essences sealed away in gemstones. But, and you near the end of the tale here. And you can assume that this is no longer looking in the past, but beginning to look into the future.
prophecies.
Yes. It does say the gemstones will be united. And then it says, for every two that enter, only one shall leave. And that is where it finishes.
This whole time Yuki has been reading this out loud. This is a long shot, but can I grasp that the idea that who wrote this is probably Kyber's followers?
Roll religion.
Religion. What is my? I have a +1. Jesus Christ.
Nakai?
Mate, you
No,
could
it's over.
ask the cleric, yeah.
I will help Nakai.
Okay. So Nakai has advantage.
19.
19. It was not written by mortal hands.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
Does Eyes of the Roomkeeper tell you the language or no?
Let me see. I think it's just I can read the
You
languages,
can read it.
and possibly out of like the eyes of the Runekeeper, I can try to
You can try to.
see.
If you want to see that, then that'd
Yeah.
probably.
What would that be?
Investigation again.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Sweet. 20.
20. Well. Okay. It is written in, well, the tongue itself is dead. It is a dead language. But you can recognize it as somewhere in between primordial and celestial.
Okay. I do refer that to Nakai if he is interested.
Yeah, being a bookworm, yes.
I was going to say, hearing the typing, yes.
Yeah, but future note, Eyes of the Runekeeper, all it says is you can read all writing. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm still fine with you rolling to see what, if you can tell what language it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's still makes sense to me.
With the phrase, if when two goes in, only one must come out, can I try to...
Discern the subject of that?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I think it would be investigation again.
Heck yeah. Give me something I'm proficient in. 15.
15. You're not sure.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
It really could be anything.
Okay.
So, is this jogging your memory at all? Looking at the ring.
Yes, somewhat.
I think he can remember how he died.
Yes, perhaps.
Well,
More clearly the second than the first.
I mean, no offense, but dying twice, there must be some gaps.
No, none taken. I completely agree.
So,
But
nothing.
to be fair, those gaps are likely in the chunks of power used to maintain those gemstones.
Ah.
If I were just to guess.
Any idea about this last part?
Not a clue.
All right.
Yes.
Oh.
Could be referring to anything.
Oh, I'm. I have a bad feeling it's referring to us.
I had a sneaking suspicious that it did too. I don't like it.
Hmm.
Oh, since we found this writing, want to head up to the tower?
Want to or have to?
I think we have to.
Oh
Iris,
boy.
Yep.
turn into a big bird.
Just use the
Alright.
stairs.
Oh, it's too high up.
You don't have to. It's like you walked through a snow hellscape, but you can't walk up a few flights of stairs.
I'm starting to walk up the stairs while they're arguing about this.
just
Fine.
oh my god, Yuki just arguing with no one, just
Yes,
screaming
I'm
to the
so
wind, and the
calm.
wind screams back like ah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
fine. And she goes to the stairs and starts walking up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't you want your sorcerer to conserve their spell slots just in case?
Okay.
Just okay. Like,
Mhm.
am I wrong?
Anyways, we go.
All right.
Is this flesh demon still following us?
No, it is
Okay.
staying where it was the whole time.
Okay, cool. It can stay there. Well, okay, I did have questions for it, but we're going up the stairs, so never mind!
You can go back down and ask it, or you can just ask it later.
We can ask it later.
All right.
It does have to help us out of here.
It does. It literally has to. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
you walk up, and you get to the platform, and once again, it's a very large platform, 100 feet across, easily.
Mm.
And you can see all, along the sides, maybe 10 great stone hands grasping this thing, which were, part of the pillars that were holding this up, that had the staircase on them. Staircases. But yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a trek to get up here. But in the middle, you see a kind of, a structure of sorts. It's similar to the pillars you've seen before, except it's a little bit taller, a little bit broader. And as you get closer to it, not like terribly close, but as you do get a little bit closer to it, you can see that it does seem to have compartments of some kind.
Mm.
And this also has writing on it in the same language.
I want to read it.
Yep.
Story time from Yuki.
Well, it's quite simple, really. It repeats the adage, for every two that enter, one shall leave. And then, it's hard to tell with the way it's written, but it almost seems satirical. It says, pick your poison.
Satirical definition, please.
Intent like sarcasm, but intentionally like supposed to poke fun at something, kind of thing.
Okay.
Satire.
Mhm.
Satire, yeah. Satire is satirical is the description of things that use satire. Sorry.
Get your poison. Is there like compartments kind of
There
under?
yes. There are compartments on the pillar itself. There are about 4 compartments. Or rather, there are 4 compartments.
I'm assuming that they're not open.
No, they are not. They have no writing on them. All of them are identical, except for like the fact that as they go up, they get slightly thinner because that's the way the pillar is shaped. But
Are they all in like one line, or are they kind of like?
they're stacked on top of each other.
Oh, okay.
They form the pillar itself.
Okay.
Yeah, and they can be open from multiple different angles, but it is it is 4 compartments that can be opened from different angles that all open to the same
Just looks at Nakai as like, we want to open them.
Duck, get ready to start adding stuff.
Oh no.
Okay, so warding bond first. Got +1 to AC and saving throws. And resistance
so
to
I
all damage.
seen.
Okay. And that's that slot. Oof. I'm debating which one.
Keeping track of
Yes, spell slots and stuff. Yes.
well, more importantly, concentration.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Would you rather be harder to hit, or actually, I could do both.
Oh boy.
I could do both.
Oh boy.
Okay. You have Sanctuary, which lasts a
What does
minute.
that do? Which does what?
Anybody who attacks you must make a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Okay.
And if they fail, they have to choose a different target.
Okay.
Okay.
And Shield of Faith +2 AC. And then right before you go to reach for it, resistance.
All right.
Is resistance too? Wait, what
Wait
are you
a second.
resisting me from?
Wait a second. Let me check something. No resistance. Never mind.
Concentration.
Yep.
Yeah.
I checked one of my other ones.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna open the very top one.
The very top one. All right. You open it, and inside is a green gemstone. a rather sizable green gemstone.
Quickly closes it.
All right.
Smart move, Yuki.
Found it.
Well, did you?
Oh no.
Uh,
All right.
The bottom one.
Inside is a rather sizable green gemstone.
I open all of them.
They all have green gemstones. All of them are identical.
All right. Wait a second. Can I?
You should have known it was not going to be
Oh
that
no.
easy.
No.
Oh,
Yay.
Sure.
doesn't say any warning as
nope.
if like if we take one then this whole thing falls apart.
No. Nothing like that.
No Indiana Jones for us.
Swap it out with another gemstone. Put one of the diamonds in it. There you
Big
go.
Hmm.
Diamond.
Okay, this is gonna light up like a sun if I do detect magic in this place.
Yes,
Yep.
correct. You know that's gonna
Yes,
happen.
it's, and that's not just from Iris.
Can I tell by looking at them the weight?
Investigation.
Yay, my
yes.
favorite.
A lot of investigation. It makes the most sense. Based on intelligence versus perception, which is
23.
wisdom. 23.
Nice.
They're more than 10 pounds.
Are they more than 10 pounds? No. None of them are more than 10 pounds. But they do increase in weight as the position in the pillar is. The ones in the lowest, basically from top to bottom, it's lightest to heaviest. There we go.
And we have no one in the party that has hold the crystal to be able to tell how heavy it was. Because only Vale
Nope.
and Echo hold the
Vale
crystal.
and Echo held the crystal.
Yep.
Yeah, held.
Iris has 2.
What?
Iris did?
Yeah, Iris held it too.
The orange crystal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did she?
Oh
not?
yeah, just for a split
She
second.
did.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm-
Because it was given to it was given to Echo, who then failed saving throw, and then I guess as a failsafe, no, was it? I'm
Because,
trying to remember.
Because I thought
I
Iris.
remember Echo and Vale because
Yeah,
no,
Vale
because
snatched it.
Yeah, I thought
No,
Iris
I think-
tried to get close, but Echo really didn't like it, and yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only thing Iris did was knock it out of Echo's hand so Vale can grab it and run.
That's probably it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Mechanical arm.
they needed to get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so no one in this party has held a gem.
Yeah.
Is
We've seen it, but not held it.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh wait! I take out the amulet and put it next to each crystal. Does it glow?
Yes, it does.
God, I am so smart.
The base,
Base.
the one at the bottom,
Okay,
it glows.
heaviest.
Yes. No, the lightest.
Lightest?
It increases in weight as the pillar goes up. So
Oh, sorry.
no, that's fine. The okay, the amulet glows different colors for different ones.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom one, it glows the same shade of green that the gem is.
Oh.
The second one, so second up,
Mm.
glows blue.
Mm-hmm.
The third one glows orange, and the last one glows red. So the highest one glows red.
Did the book that Iris read, did it talk about the other colors gemstones, or did it only talk about the green one?
You mean the book that Yuki read?
Yuki. Who did I say?
Iris.
Iris, sorry.
It's fine. I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
no, it only really talked about the only one that was strictly like straight up written down was the green one, although it was mentioned that there were other gemstones of other shades.
Mm-hmm. Yuki hovers the amulet over the bottom one and looks at Nakai. Probably that one.
All right.
Problem
I've got
problem
my.
is, if it is this one, how do we
Well,
take it?
We should
Who's
probably tell her, our string friend over there. Well,
who's gonna be the easiest to knock out?
If you take away all the things that you have given me, then me, because I'm easy to hit.
Okay.
But I do have Mage Hand, and it is light, so I can use that and not touch it.
Okay.
And we just need a place to put it.
How big is the crystal?
The crystal is big enough to be held in, or small enough to be held in one hand, but too big to fit just in your palm.
Less than 2
Like a
feet.
softball.
Less than
Like
2
a-
feet. So that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, pretty much a softball.
we can throw it in a different dimension for a while.
Do you think it would be wise to put it in the bag of holding?
It's either that or carry it on us and have it be a beacon on us at all times.
But didn't Sybaris say something about Kyber accessing planes?
Yes.
Which is why if we leave it, well, anywhere but either limbo or it's out, it will eventually be found.
I guess my question is, what gives us the most time?
I'm not sure. Perhaps bag of holding, at least for now. I would not suggest holding that thing for an extended period of time.
Maybe if we put it in the bag of holding and go back to the town, we can ask the blacksmith to make us a sizable box for it, and then layer it in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. Preferably smaller than 2 feet.
Yes. Does that sound like a plan we can do?
Yes, that is viable.
That's fine with me. That's also assuming our friend is still down there to let us back through again.
That is true.
Now,
So I'm gonna.
before you do that,
No. I'm gonna grab it with Mage Hand, and all I need you to drop of your spells is the one that helps me with my mind to be able to resist it. Basically, drop everything but the saving throw.
okay.
Because if I do fall under this,
Oh boy.
better to drop it down now before.
So, oh boy. So that one, and well, the which one is it? That one. Well, okay, yeah, that would work. But before you use magic on the thing,
Alright.
how about we just give it like a little tap, like with my mace or something like that, just to make sure it's not.
No. We're going to try to put it in quickly. No time to stall.
Alright.
Right. You got everything dropped.
So you still have 1 bonus to AC and
Saving throws.
plus 1 bonus to saving throws.
Bag of holding, please.
I'm holding it open. As close
Oh boy.
and as wide as I can.
Oh, just give it to me because it could risk you getting touched by it too.
gonna be able to hold that open and cast the spell at the same time.
It's not Bigby's hand.
Well,
You don't have to. I don't think you have to make the shape with your hand.
no? Okay.
I can check. I can check.
Mm.
Mage hand. Doesn't say.
Okay.
Okay.
Casting Mage Hand, grabbing the gem, and quickly putting it in the bag.
All right. First of all.
Yep.
Sleight of hand.
Oh, I got a +8 because I'm expertise.
Yep.
Oh, maybe I'm proficient. I think expertise, actually. No, I'm expertise.
And since I dropped the other ones, I'm giving you resistance too, so... Saving throw.
No.
Yeah. 16.
16. You pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
You move it to the bag. You drop it in the span of about, like, 3 seconds.
Yes.
Well, you were so focused on this, and you did it so quickly, that it is not until after it is already in the bag of holding that you notice that, well, the sound of wind has stopped entirely.
Is the barrier up? Walls?
The
Wind walls.
wind walls, yeah. No, they are not.
Okay. Is there anything around us?
No, not really.
Okay.
And you notice that in this area, the temperature from outside has come inside.
Okay.
It's cold.
Looks over at Iris. How
She looks content.
how
the
long
cold.
can you become a bird?
How long do you need it?
How long is how long of if we travel fast?
As if you dash as
Eagle.
eagle,
Eagle's faster.
yeah, giant eagle,
How long
160
would
feet per
Yeah.
turn.
the town?
In the direction of the town. How long would it take? It would still take a while.
Mm-hmm.
It would take like 8 hours of travel.
So can you become a bird 8 times?
I can hold my spell up for 8 hours. That's what you're asking.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we need.
All we
Mhm.
need. Let's walk down. Do we want to talk to him? Or do we
You
just want to go?
You might as well talk to him. He got us here in the first place.
Well,
Ha-
if nothing else, get us down off the tower fast, that way we can take off fast. Off the ground.
Okay.
Say we-
And
Just...
Wait, don't turn yet. No, don't. Let's walk down the tower so we're not wasting time with the spell. Okay, because it's not that long to walk down a tower.
Mhm.
Yeah, Yuki, it's not that long to walk.
Shut up, you're not here.
He's always here.
I permeate everything.
Okay. All right, we're going down the tower before. And it looks at Nakai is like, you stay behind us. Away from creature because he could still pull something because we don't know its purpose.
Well, alright.
Alright.
I mean, it's
Down the tower.
not like I have the highest armor class or anything.
All right. Well, you set foot in the ground, last of you, so Nakai, you set your foot on your last foot on the ground.
I'm looking for
And-
that tower to start collapsing.
It doesn't collapse. It gets up
Lovely.
and walks away.
Wait, what?
It gets up and walks away. Those arms that you just walked down,
Oh.
they begin to move like, well, arms.
Yeah.
And it seems to unbury a portion of itself from beneath the ground. And
Does it leave a crater?
yes, a little bit of one. And it begins to walk off on the palms of great stone hands.
Okay. All right. Looking over into the God. Crater? Yeah, crater. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Is there anything? Is it just dirt?
It's
Or-
yeah, just dirt. It's a hole in the ground.
Okay.
Which
over
I mean,
to-
I suppose it is odd because it's dirt and not ice, but you know.
Goes over
even
to
feel happy
the
for you,
flesh demon.
All right, stringy flesh demon. His eye is still flickering. In fact, more so than it was even when he was blocking that snow.
Oh my.
Insight?
Sure. Well, not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, it has something to do with it. You know, the same reason, or at least a similar reason to why it was blinking before. But
So probably just extremely tired.
tired or weak or something along
Yeah.
those lines. But why it's still continuing and why it's worse, I'm not sure.
Well, we got what we came for. Are you going off on your own?
What was the question? Are you going off on your own, or
I said we came what
Yeah.
we got for. Are you going off on your own? Are you leaving?
oh, okay. It nods, kind of shakily nods.
Are you weak?
It nods.
Would sitting down and resting help again for you?
It shakes its head. No.
Or are you dying?
Yes.
Oh, poor string demon. Stringy. You can't be healed by like magic, can you?
No.
Dang.
There's no
So-
way for us to help?
No.
So I'm assuming you had to go back to, I don't know what he's called, like the puppet man.
It nods its head. Yes.
Ah, okay. We grabbed the right gem, right?
It nods its head. Yes.
Cool. So we just take it from here, right?
I don't really know what you mean by that.
Okay.
Like, just
so
take it away, or
No,
like,
like-
is
like-
is it in our hands? Like we
Oh,
have
is
to
it-
continue
we
on?
decided
Yes.
fates.
yes, yes,
All right.
it's
Well-
in your hands now. Yes.
I'll leave it to you, Stringy. I hope we meet again or something. I'd really like to study your anatomy.
It raises one of its hands, and then it collapses.
Aw, that's so sad.
And you watch as these strange threads of flesh sink like worms into the ground.
Is the orb still there?
The orb, its eye, and so the orb, you know, which is its eye. Sorry, and its skeletal structure have remained, but all the flesh has been stripped from it, and the orb is black.
I don't think there's a point in taking the orb, so we're just gonna leave it there.
I would like to roll Arcana
Okay. Roll me Arcana.
on that fucking orb. 15.
Oh boy. What the fuck? The fucking shit. What the hell? Sorry. I'm really confused right now.
Okay.
That's
About
not good
what-
when the DM's too
What in
confused.
the hell? No, it's not about what's in the game. It's about what's in my shoe.
A tiny rock.
No. Like embedded into the outside side of my shoe.
Huh.
Hmm.
It feels like a sticker. Like a plant sticker, a thorn.
Okay.
But it looks just like an actual like splinter, but just in my shoe. And I don't know. I'm just gonna take off my shoe and not worry about it. So I'll worry about that later. So Arcana 15 on Orb Boy. All right. Well, it's not magical anymore. This thing is made out of raw, just, well, opal. It is an immense opal gemstone. You can surmise that it's could easily be worth like 5 to 7,000 gold pieces.
I'm opening my chest and putting it in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Yuki can tell it's a gemstone.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm pretty sure that thing's very heavy.
Yes.
Electrical
Tremendously so.
conversion.
Oh god.
Can it fit into your box?
How large was the monster? That's a great question.
With the stuff that you have in it,
Wood.
it can fit, but just barely.
Dope.
Okay.
Next
Well, I'm
question.
trying to look
Can
up.
you
This is
lift
a
it?
lot.
If not, I have spells to do so. Either way, I'm gonna be turning into a bird.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Just roll it into the box. Put the box on the
Have you
ground.
seen, for a reference on how it's colored, have you seen black opal?
I can look now.
Yeah, I can look
Thanks.
now.
Opal.
I have one specific thing.
Oh,
Oh,
it's like
okay, I see.
shiny, like pattern
It's-
kind of thing.
Yeah, more specifically, I'll just put a reference in,
Alright.
like
Oh.
that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just looking at that one.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Dark with spatterings of rainbow colors all around this thing's surface. It is perfectly spherical.
Means it was cut.
Perhaps, yes.
That
Well-
will get us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Anyways, turn into a bird so we can go.
Alright. You see like little so you know how a let me look up the right one. Hold on. Yeah, this is the right one. Just think of this, but like this would just be a reference.
The bird
Oh
that you're
god.
turning Oh,
No.
God.
So this is what Iris does, where she starts to turn into like she's starting to cast a spell saying her words, but as she's doing
Oh,
it,
the
she
beginning.
fires off like
Just
the
sparks.
sparks as they represent her her what is
Shifting.
it not shifting the
No?
what is it called? I have it right here. Meta match. It's called. Fuck. What? It's like an essential thing.
Oh,
Why can't I remember?
yeah, with the sorcerer.
My sorcery points. Yeah, sorcery
Sorcery
points.
points.
Yeah.
The
Because
yep,
her sorcery points go, and they come back into
yeah,
her.
spark out. pull back in.
And she turned into a bird for the next 8 hours.
8
so she
hours.
Pops on,
Alright.
shotgun.
Shotgun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, 8 hours of flying.
Mhm.
Exciting.
Yep.
You fly, and it seems that the storm in this entire area has subsided.
Oh wait, I
It's
can't talk.
yeah, it's relatively peaceful. And looking down, you can see that, well, some of the creatures, you're glad you didn't encounter them. Too many legs. What the? What? Really? Car outside my window right now? Thank you.
Hey, so my internet turned off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all on my phone.
Technical
Can't connect.
technical difficulties. That's weird. That is very strange. Well, either way. You can really begin to understand what they meant by these things are walking nightmares. Even from up here, they're dreadful. The things that are lurking around here. You see, of course, more hooligans, things of that sort. But most of them are you did not encounter. Spiders that are too large and probably have, well, those aren't spider legs. But there's a lot of them. Things that are, well, as jet black as anything else you've seen, stark against the white snow, crawling around and, well, looking rather confused. But you get out of there. You're going as fast as you can. Full 8 hours. And after maybe 7 hours, you can see the town in the distance, and you have crossed the line out of the ice wastes. You have returned to, well, semi-normal. But after the 8th hour, you make it back to the town.
Landon hopping off, looks at Nakai. Do you perhaps have sending prepared?
I think I do. Let me check.
Because I would like if you would send a message to the captain saying that
Yep.
we are returning and if she's still there at the docks.
All right. How far out would you say we are from getting back to the docks?
Well, heading here took what? 3 days, 4 days?
4
4
I think?
days. 4 days.
Okay.
So, yeah, about 4 days of walking,
Mm-hmm.
if all goes well.
And
How far is the going to the next town where the dock is? Would we need to do another 8-hour flight? Or longer?
Well, it took you 2 days to get out there from pretty much from here to where you were because you had to stop and rest. And so it would take 16 hours, which would be a long ass flight. and would very likely require a long rest in the middle. Either way.
Yep. Just try to get back as fast as possible, basically.
So, 2 days minimum.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be
2 days minimum. It took you 4 days to get out here and from that village or the port town.
I mean,
And if all goes bad, then it could be, well, months. If you're lost badly enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was also without flying, so.
Yes, that is true.
I guess,
So,
just send a message over to her to see if she's still there. Hopefully she is.
okay.
You need some stress relief.
No,
Oh, no.
she just wants. Okay. She honestly doesn't want to get onto the boat because she knows the next destination what it is,
Mm,
but they gotta get it done.
yeah. All right. So, let's see. How do I want to do this? Okay. All right. So, sending to the captain. Hopefully, she's not completely checked off.
I said, well, we did tell her that we'll be 6 days out, and it's only been 4.
Yeah, and that, yeah.
No.
It's been longer.
It's been about 6. Because remember,
okay.
it took you 4 days from the port city to get here in the first place, and then 2 days further out. And,
Okay.
and then 8 hours back. So it's been 6 days and 8 hours.
Mhm.
Okay. So yes, sending.
Yep.
Mhm.
Got a message?
Yeah.
Yuki holds up a few fingers.
Oh god, you're gonna do that?
Yep.
Okay.
How many fingers am I holding up?
She has 10 up right now because that's all she can hold up.
We
I mean,
we finished our task about 2 or 3 days out from returning. If you're still in port, please let us know and wait.
that was very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23 words.
Yep.
All right. Oh boy. Now I gotta think of a response. In 25 words or less.
Yes.
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Earth is just exhausted in the fucking snow.
Oh. I don't have a spell to help you.
Yes,
Coffee.
you do get a response.
Mm-hmm.
Still in port. We'll wait for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Just short and sweet.
Perfect.
Mhm. Cool. So, what did she say?
Well, good news, they're still here.
That is terrific news.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, we rest here. And then we go. Well, okay. Talk to the blacksmith before resting, and then we go to see if they can make us a box.
And hopefully they have lead.
Hopefully. Do you want to wait to see if we can sell the big giant, what was it? Opal?
Opal.
Oh, boy.
Opal. Do we want to wait to sell the giant opal stone? I don't think blacksmiths take opal. I think that's mostly a jeweler that wants that.
Yeah, and Also, there's probably not that much gold in this entire city, so
Yeah. That is true.
it's a small town.
Mm-hmm.
She
Alright,
like
let's-
slowly shrugs her shoulders.
Iris, go to the mead hall and rest. Me and Nakai will go to the blacksmith to take care of the box situation.
She's gonna try to get up and start walking.
Very tired.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I have calm emotions, but that's not gonna do.
Yeah. That's not that. No.
I mean,
Um,
I've got healing spells, but I don't think that's gonna.
no, I think lesser restoration is like required for that to like be like
Well, technically, I do have it, so.
she's
Technically.
she's
Mhm.
fine. She can walk.
Yeah,
Um,
she's fine. She can walk. You sound like my mom. You're fine. You can walk. You're fine.
You've got a few tendons still attached there. You're good.
I stabbed myself in the finger with an actual knife. And
Oh,
she's
no.
like, "You're fine." Like, I am not
No.
joking. It's just like, "You're fine. Put some pressure on it." Like that's legit what she said. It's like, "Well, thanks, Mom."
Well,
Like-
okay. All right. Let's go to the blacksmith to go talk about a box being made and rest.
Yes.
And I think while we're walking and talking at this point
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
Iris gets up and leaves, I think it would be best if we shared a room together to keep watch. Because anyone that has the capability to see what we have would probably want to take it.
Very true.
Yes. So just
I won't
have a
argue.
room together and we keep watch throughout the night.
Yep. Won't argue at all.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's get this box made and hopefully we can get back to the ship and
Yep.
go to the other place I don't want to go to.
Well,
I will be honest with you, Nakai. I will try my best to hold myself back, but it will be greatly hard to.
Okay. So, to the point of you'd rather not be there?
To the point of that I might murder someone.
Well,
But that someone is the one that will help us get rid of it. So best not to try to murder him.
unless, of course, he tries to take it for himself.
That is true. Which he probably will do.
So, silver lining for you.
But,
You get to kill him anyway.
no, yes, yes, but also no, because he is a very powerful man. He is the head wizard of this academy.
Well,
Hopefully, money can say a lot and win this conversation for us. And we need a lot. Luckily, we have that opal, so whenever we get to a town, sell it and probably give him a 25% of the cut. Maybe more. I don't know.
and if all else fails, we have a nuke. It just takes
Yes.
one word.
nuke?
A big red flying nuke.
Mm, right. But
So
That's a
if we-
great idea.
I
was-
never
I was
said it
about
was
to
a
say-
good idea. I said it was an idea.
Yes, but if we bring her to us while we are holding the gem,
Oh no!
imagine
Now we're
what she
holding
will
the thing.
do.
No.
Well, you know what I mean. We're present with it. She will instantly kill us.
Mhm.
No hesitation.
Oh, definitely. Which,
So- Probably not the best plan at all to
we-
say her name while we're there.
well, which is why with our meeting with this person, that gem should not be anywhere near him.
But he is the only one that can cast it away.
We should find out if he actually can first. To the
Yes.
correct place.
Yes, that's why discussion is on the table first.
Also begs the question where to put the gem in the meantime, but having it next to the people that want it so badly isn't ideal. But
Well, we could give it to Iris while we talk to him. Just have her sit outside the room.
honestly, with the amount of magic she puts out, that might block it.
Yeah,
That's
you want
a
to give her the
great
bag
idea.
of holding too. You want to give her the bag of holding as well while we're at it.
No.
That's what I thought. I will try to keep my composure.
Alright. First things first. Try and get a box.
All right.
Get to blacksmith.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Yuki's gonna do the talking.
Probably.
Who is it? The same guy?
Same guy.
Good afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon. I don't know if time's weird. Anyways.
Close enough.
Can you make us a lead box about 2 inches, right? Looks at Nakai. It's 2 inches.
The box has to be smaller than 2 feet to fit in the bag.
Oh, 2 feet.
It's a 2-foot diameter opening in the bag.
And
2
since it's
feet.
about the size of a softball, it would be what? Oh, I don't know. How many inches diameter would that be?
She just gives
Eh.
the size to the man instead of
Alright.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't know how much lead we have, but we should have enough for that at least.
How long would it take you to make it?
Not much. It's just a box with a lid. I mean,
Just making sure we're kind of
until-
on a tight time crunch.
hey, one task.
Best not to. How much would it be?
Well, lead's not too common around here. Just 25 gold pieces.
25 gold? Easy done. Puts down 25.
All right.
Should be maybe an hour or two till it's done.
Yes, likely. Something
Alright.
like that.
Well, I'll be around to pick it up whenever it's done. Thank you very much for doing this.
Yep, that's my job.
Alright. Turns away. Come on.
Alright. Well,
Back into the meat hall to rest.
All right.
once we're out of the blacksmith, like,
Mhm.
I don't know, halfway to the meat hall, I'm gonna put like
Mhm.
back of my hand on Yuki's forehead. Are you feeling all right?
What do you mean?
I just look back at the blacksmith and no haggling.
We don't have time, Nakai.
It's just out of character for you.
It's fine. I have the money, and we have that opal, so we're gonna get more anyways.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she
All
continues
right.
walking.
Iris. Actually, is Iris gone?
Hmm.
Nope, there he is. You're heading to the meat hall
Mm-hmm.
before everyone else.
Sluggishly.
You just get in a room and staying there.
Yep. I'm casting
Alright.
arcane lock on my shit and just like I'm too drained.
All right.
Yep.
You are out very quickly. That's a lot of magic.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. And Nakai and Yuki, you also head to the meat hall
Mhm.
afterwards.
Yep.
And you get a room, I'm assuming, for two.
Yep.
All right. Room for two. Still, what was it? 2 silver for a room?
Yuki will put it down.
All right. All right. Well, you head to bed.
Well, one of us stays up.
One of you
Yes.
stays up
Um,
on watch.
yeah, Yuki, is there like a chair or anything?
Yep.
Yeah, Yuki takes the bag, puts it underneath the chair, like underneath it, and sits down. Do you have that Tusk Glove book in your bag of holding, or just in your bag?
Well, for preservation of my precious books, I keep them on my person at all times. So in my personal bag.
Okay, she's just gonna rummage through your bag and take out Tusk Glove and sit down and start reading it.
Really the character.
It's a erotic fanfic.
I know. I know. You told me before.
Yeah. So
I
not
love how
too
it's
out of character.
I love how it's specifically a fanfic.
I don't know if
Yep.
I think it's just an erotic novel.
The erotic novel, yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's canonically it's a fanfic.
It is? Oh, okay.
Now it is.
It is now. Yeah.
It is now. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Well, and I'm assuming you will switch off.
Yep.
All right. Well, conveniently, both of you have dreams, but that will wait for next session. So, cliffhangers.
Yes.
So, those of you watching, thank you for watching.